Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, where in today's episode we're going to be talking about why we never have to worry. Why do we never have to worry if the timing of something feels like it hasn't happened yet? Why has it not happened? And also when things do happen and then they feel overwhelming in the sense of how am I going to handle this expense or that opportunity? Do I have the capacity to handle what's being brought to me, and or the experience of where is that thing that I have been waiting for? Trust that either way, creator, source energy, God, whatever it is that you believe in, the same power that has the seasons coming and going, the flowers blooming, that great power, know and trust that he will never give you anything that you cannot handle. So whether it is feeling overwhelming or too much or uncertain, know that it is happening exactly as it is meant to. You are prepared to handle this. And then on the other hand, when, for example, we feel, why has this not thing manifested yet into our reality, whether it is a job or a relationship or a certain amount of money, whatever it is, know that also this is happening for a reason, because only what we can handle is given to us. So perhaps creator does not think that we're quite ready yet for that thing, because maybe we are still living in anxiety, or we still have old wounds from our childhood continuing to run our vibrational frequency, and therefore keep us in repeated unhelpful cycles. Maybe we need to raise our self-confidence, increase our self-love, change our self-concept. What is it? This is Anna Morphides with Many Hearts Counseling, soon to be a registered therapeutic professional. I am so excited. I can't wait. And I'm dedicating this channel, whether you're listening on YouTube and or podcast platform, to essentially sharing all the information that I have been learning to help you live your best life, just in the same way that this experience has helped me to finally live my best life. So I was someone that like really lived in that experience of, why hasn't this happened for me yet? Why, even within my counseling journey, becoming a counselor, I started this journey in 2020, had to take a break because it felt really overwhelming. And also because I had other things to tend to in life. This question of why has my business not, I guess, not, why is my business not established to the caliber that I thought that it would yet? Well, because creator did not think that I was ready. In the last little bit of schooling that I have been doing, like the last little bit of 6 months that I took a break to just work and then come back and go back to school, I learned so much. So now I clearly see why it did not go to the level that I imagined that it would be, with the amount of information that has been or was given to me, the amount of information that was given to me even now, and the amount of continuous healing that took place over the last, 6 months, 7 months, is unbelievable. And I can clearly see why creator was like, not yet, Anna, not yet. There was still a little bit left for me to do. He sees everything. He can definitely see what I cannot see. He feels my vibrational energy. He sees what wounds are still super present in my nervous system, right? Because the body keeps a score. He sees what patterns I'm still holding on to. He sees what those would essentially do to my nervous system and how they would dysregulate me. And if I'm still dysregulated about my past experiences, and or I'm still living out unhelpful core beliefs or negative stories in my body, how am I supposed to be this successful counselor when I have not been successful in recalibrating my nervous system? So how can I help somebody else do that in the big platform picture that I wanted to be when I hadn't tweaked mine yet? So this channel is actually super vulnerable. If you are following me from the beginning, there's a completely different version of me, and it's not like I know best, but it's basically like, this is what I experienced. These were my unhelpful core beliefs. This was my anxious attachment style. This is how I was always let down by the masculine. All my trials and tribulations, all my wounds I had to heal, what I've learned, everything is always happening for me. I always have the power of choice. I needed to put myself on my pedestal. I needed to securely attach myself, like change my attachment style. All these things have been like this wild journey. And I'm just sharing all these tools in an effort to help others also live their best life. Because let me tell you, about 9 years ago, life did not feel like this. Life did not feel, I'm so grateful, everything is happening for me, Creator never gives me anything I cannot handle, I believe in divine time. If something is not coming, it's either because I'm either A, not ready for it, or B, there's something else out there that I'm supposed to be redirected to, because I'm limiting myself in my vision of what's out there, because I don't know everything. I haven't experienced everything, but Creator, source energy, God, He knows. And all I have to do is just sit still and let Him guide me. And by sitting still, I don't mean like I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to take action. I'm going to follow my passion. I'm going to follow my pursuit. I'm going to apply for that job. I'm going to take that course. I'm going to make this video. I'm going to make that podcast. And whatever it is that you guys are thinking that you want to do, you want to create this workshop, or you want to write this book, or maybe it's none of that. Maybe it's just whatever it is that you want to be doing. Follow your passion, take action. Don't let fear ever stop you. Even in this beautiful school experience that I've had, a lot of us as students were thinking limiting beliefs that like we cannot do certain things. And then we're also reminded in the same environment that the only one that can ever limit us from doing that thing that we want to be doing is ourselves, because of our past conditioning and what we were taught as children and what we experienced from our immediate environment. That's all that it is. But it's also the most challenging thing to change is our internal environment, because we're not necessarily aware of it, because everything is subconscious and unconscious. 95% of that is. But we can know by the way that we feel. So 9 years ago, I felt disheartened and sad and disappointed. And like, I was living in this question. I was like, why is this happening to me? But now I understand. Creator didn't want to hurt me. He was giving me opportunities to see, hey, Anna, you're a doormat. Hey, Anna, your self-love is at -10. Your self-confidence is at -20. Your self-talk is really punitive. But I would be experiencing that from other people and or experiences. So no matter what I did, 50 cartwheels in the air, working 60 hours a week, like I could have done anything and everything. But what I wasn't doing is cultivating self-love within myself. I was still living in my anxious attachment style. So I guess what I'm trying to say is things that were happening were actually happening for my own good and my own growth. And now my mindset is so different. That's why I don't ever have to worry. And then when I do worry, because it will happen automatically, it happens automatically. Our body keeps a score. patterns just replay automatically. But now I have the awareness to catch it, because then I'm like, oh, okay. I feel that in my tummy. I feel my tummy bloating. I feel shame coming in. But why is that taking place? Like, what am I feeling shame and or guilt and or anxious about? Anything that's coming up for you, take that as a stepping stone and a catalyst to changing the version of self that is still being triggered by that, so you can raise your frequency and become the version of self that is ready for that extraordinary experience. Because we cannot be anxiously attached individuals and or have abandonment wounds and be in a stable, loving relationship with somebody else, because we're not in a stable, loving relationship with ourselves. It kind of goes like that. That's why we don't ever have to worry about anything. Or say you have a dream and you have set out a goal, and like you've applied for this job, or you applied for this space, or you put in an offer for an apartment, whatever it is, and then that gets accepted, and then you have fear. How am I going to perform? Where am I going to find the money for all those payments? Or say that you finally meet someone that you're super interested in, and you have fear of like, oh, they're going to get to know me and abandon me and reject me. Look into those things and know that if God didn't think that you were ready, he wouldn't have said yes to your application being approved. So he knows and he sees that you have the capacity now to be able to hold that space. And perhaps you have worked on yourself so much, and you've cultivated so much self-love, and you really increase your self-confidence, and you've really like understood what it means to let go and have no attachment to another individual and or situation and or circumstance for your own happiness, because you're just content with what it is that you have inside. And Creator brings you that one relationship where you're like, oh my, like, is this actually happening for me? Yes. When we are ready, all the good things that we have been wanting to have in our life will come and find us. We just have to get ourselves ready. And how do we get ourselves ready? By really looking into the experiences that are making us feel super uncomfortable. I feel like this is the best way that I can explain it. And always, sticking to that question, like, why is this happening for me? Whether it is something that is giving us anxiety that we might not be able to handle or have the capacity for, or something that is still in lack, and I'm making quotation marks, like something that is still not apparent in our life. Either way, it's happening for us, and we don't have to worry, because everything is exactly as it should be. Creator does not make mistakes. Divine time does not make mistakes. Everything is synchronous. Like, everything has a reason. And if we just accept it as that and don't give it any meaning, because this is where we get in trouble as humans. We start to give things meaning, again, through our lenses of perception, also known as core beliefs, which are developed in our childhood. So we give meaning to things such as, it's taking too long, therefore that means it's never going to happen for me because I'm not worthy enough, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not lovable enough, or whatever it might be. Or in the other sense, if it feels like too much is coming in, then we might think like, oh, I'm incapable, I'm not going to be able to handle this, I'm going to screw this up again, who am I to think that I can do this? So watch your stories and watch your narrative. And this is where the gift lies in that experience, and why this is happening for us, in order for us to be the best version of self, so we can be the point of attraction for that experience to come in that we have not had yet a chance to have experience, or the experience that's coming in that feels super overwhelming. How can you stay in the level of acceptance and love and joy and a knowing and a trust that everything is going to be working out and you got this, because we are always protected. Remember your true essence and who you are. You are an energetic, beautiful, energetic, like mass of like thoughts and feelings and emotions, and those driver behaviors, all that is our aura, the energetic field around us. This is the human body that tries to encompass it all, but it cannot. Like, our field of energy is, I can't remember how many feet it is. Ahead of us, is it 6 feet? I'm not sure. But it's palpable and it's felt. You know whose energy feels inviting and or shy, and or like you can feel someone's energy. People would always say to me that my energy felt quite heavy. That's not what I hear now, but now that I look at myself back then, yeah, it was heavy. I was carrying a lot. I had a backpack full of super wild negative core beliefs, really low self-view, just so much guilt, so much shame. Like, I was carrying a lot. So yes, I was heavy. So thank you for allowing me to help you just as much as I was helped to slowly shed what is in our backpacks that is not helping us and weighing us down, so we can raise our frequency, raise our vibration, therefore be able to bring in the experiences and opportunities that we have been wanting to, and now we know that we are worthy of, and we know without a doubt, and we have so much trust that it will come to us at the right time. We just have to stay centered, grateful for what is right now, not wishing for anything different, and seeing why there's a holdback and or why is there anxiety about the things that are coming in. And then that way we are in full control of the situation, right? We're not victims, we're in full control, because we're like, oh yes, I still have to work on X, Y, and Z. Or the other way is like, I can do X and I can do Y and I can do Z. So then I don't have to feel anxiety and or sadness about something coming or not coming yet. If you liked anything about this video and or podcast, please, I would love any thumbs up. Your comments are always so greatly appreciated. And I've also learned not to have attachment to them, because I'm super trying to let go of validation and really working on just validating myself. And again, dropping any attachment and or expectations. If this is supposed to be part of my working platform, great. And if it's not, that's okay too. I can't see further ahead. Creator might have something different for me, but for right now, this is what feels the most passionate for me. So I'm just going to keep doing it and just see where it leads me. And I will always try to implement this way of being and thinking to all aspects of my life, so then I never have to worry, and I just know that it will come and find me. My job is just to keep myself grateful, happy, centered, because life, let me tell you, throws us wrenches, and like 1 minute I'm like this high, and the next minute I'm like down to the bottom, and then we have to like climb back up again. So it's not about the experiences, it's how do we handle those experiences, right? And what meaning do we give to those experiences that really has an effect to what the next experience is going to be for us. Again, thank you for your time. I'm so grateful to be here with you. So much love and gratitude. I will see you next time.